This podcast is for adults, R18. We'll be talking about sex, openly, honestly, and occasionally awkwardly. If you're easily shocked, under 18, or sitting next to someone you'd rather not discuss orgasms with, maybe grab your headphones. All right, let's get into bed.
So, how should we start this?
You know how we start good sex, with a little foreplay.
Perfect. This is How to Have Sex with Jay-Jay Feeney and Melissa Vranjes, and we are getting you in the right position for sexual success. This is obviously a podcast about sex and how to have it. I'm Jay-Jay Feeney. If you've grown up in New Zealand, you probably heard me on the radio at some point, but I'm a podcaster now. I am deeply awkward about talking about sex, especially when it comes to talking about my own sex life.
Which I think we just need to honour that you are putting yourself in this uncomfortable position to help other people feel sexually confident. You know, not many people put their hand up and go, yeah, I would love to do that uncomfortable thing to help other people. So I just want to say that, because this whole time we've been having meetings and talking about this stage, it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how, you know, so here you are and doing it. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks. If you could see me right now, I'm actually twiddling my toes and with anxiety. Anyway, who are you?
Yeah, okay. So my name is Melissa Vranjes. I'm a certified holistic sex and relationship coach and somatic therapist. And one of my biggest passions is teaching women and the curious male how to feel sexually free, alive, and turned on in the bedroom. And I do that through many different avenues. I coach one-to-one. I do group sessions, which JJ has been a part of. I have online programs, memberships, all the things to really support people to feel sexually free. That is ultimately what I want to do. I want to destigmatize sex and pleasure so that we can all have better experiences in the bedroom.
And over the course of the series, we are going to teach you how to navigate all of the tricky and sticky situations, like how to have hot sex, how to give world-class head, how to navigate, sex and pregnancy, your libido, all those sorts of things.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see that we are in bed together with no pants on, by the way.
It's true.
And we want to say a special thank you to Dahi, who has sponsored our bedding. It is organic Jersey cotton, so it feels like your wash T-shirts. You know that when it's super soft, it's got a little bit of weight to it, and it's high quality. I actually have this bedding at home.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Best, yeah.
So if you're listening, I should recommend just having a quick look on YouTube at some point.
Yeah.
Just to see the bed and the set, because we put a lot of effort into this bedroom. We didn't even fight over what side of the bed we'd sleep on.
I know. It's a natural,
What side do you sleep on at home?
This side.
Ah. So do I.
Yeah, sleep on this side. Oh, do you? Thank you for giving it to me.
You're welcome. I like to mix it up though, you know.
Do you?
Yeah. Not in my own bed, but whenever I sleep in a different bed, like at a hotel or whatever, I would sleep on a different side. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Because it's all about the feng shui of the room.
No, I always like to have my back to the middle of the bed on a certain side.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot about each other. Let's tell you how we met. Okay, so about, a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
I read that Mel, you were doing these BJ Like a Boss classes, which is obviously how to give great head.
World-class head,
Okay,
by the way. World-class.
I thought, this will be so funny. I need to invite all my friends and do this. So you held a class and I brought all my screaming girlfriends and we were all drunk. In fact, I was probably the screamiest. Sorry. But
so bad.
as I was there and learning about such great techniques, by the way, I thought, this woman needs a podcast. And I thought, how am I going to convince her to do it? I know, I'll offer to do it with her. So it's been a long time in the making. But here we are, finally.
It was such a fun night. JJ was slinging her dildo around and standing up, doing a speech at the end with the dildo like it was a mic. It was
I don't
so
remember
fun.
any of that.
Your friends were great. Such a great variety of women there. Taking their rings off before they got started. I was like, oh yes, here we go.
Well, you don't want to hurt the shaft, do you?
I mean, the shaft can take a bit of pressure.
Oh, really?
Maybe not hurt. Maybe not hurt.
We have named this episode Foreplay, but it's not actually going to be about foreplay. This is about us getting to know each other, you getting to know us, and what this podcast is about. And we will definitely do an episode on foreplay coming up for sure.
We will.
Yep.
It's very important.
Okay, so Mel, let's start with you.
Okay.
How did you become? Okay, I know you don't like being called this, but for layman's terms, a sexpert.
That's okay. Let's call it that.
That's what people
I don't like
would
being
call
called
you.
an expert because
Okay.
I just think it can mean so many things, and then people immediately put you on this pedestal where it's like, she knows everything, she does it perfectly, and it's like, no, let's all come back to like the same level, and I'm learning just as much as the person who's listening to this podcast. So that's the only reason why I don't. But how did I become a sex coach? So when I was 28, so it was almost 10 years ago now, I went to this workshop in Bali, and I went up to this poster after a yoga class, and it said understanding sex, and there were like tons of other posters around. I was like, oh my God, I hope no one knows that I'm looking at the sex poster. So there was that immediate shame that people carry around sex, and like, again, I don't really know how to have sex or what I'm doing, but I'm just assuming I'm doing it okay, but I want to learn more. So I went to this workshop. I learned so much. So it was a room of like 50 women in the jungle of Ubud, learning how to do breast massage, learning about female pleasure, learning about sexual anatomy, like all the things that we honestly should have been taught when we're starting our sexual journeys. And my mind was just like, I literally had the visceral feeling of walking out of there being like, how the fuck didn't I know that stuff? You know, like, how didn't I know? Like, my breasts have been sexualized forever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah. And at that point, I had breast implants as well. So I just went on this huge journey, this light bulb moment of like, how do I not know this? I'm 28. I need to know more. And that really kickstarted a personal journey. It wasn't ever going to be professional. It's like, cool, I felt so empowered. I feel confident. I want to have better orgasms. I want to stop faking it and being this performative porn star in the bedroom, because I thought that's what I had to be. Where did your head just go? Are you thinking of me like swinging from the ceiling or something?
No, I just think that's how a lot of people thought they had to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
And so I just started traveling around the world at that point in time. I was working on boats, traveling around the world, going to trainings, going to retreats, just really like I was so hungry to learn more about sex and pleasure. And then 4 years later, I did a certification, a sex coaching certification, and became qualified. And since then, I've just continually been learning more about where my curiosities take me.
And teaching other people.
Yeah.
Can we go back to these two things you said there that piqued my interest? One was we should have been taught this stuff at the beginning of our sexual journey. Are you thinking like 16 years old?
I think yes, but I think when I say like I don't think teaching 16-year-olds how to massage their breasts is something, that's something that you don't. I think teaching about sexual anatomy, about mutual pleasure, talking about consent, about boundaries, about asking for what you want. Yes, I think all of that, we should be having these conversations in the earlier stages of our sexual journey.
Really?
Yeah. Otherwise, like especially young girls are conditioned. There is a story out there that sex is for men, and you're there to service men and their pleasure.
Is that not right?
God, thank God we're doing this podcast.
honestly, that has been my mindset in my life. And I think that's the mindset of so many women.
Yes.
And I don't know how long it's going to take to change that. I do see it like slightly changing. But it is like, a lot of it comes to the attitude of the man as well, if we're going to make this a heterosexual thing just for a minute. And that a lot of men do expect you to perform and be a porn star and all that, because that's what they've seen. So that was the other thing I was going to say to you about, you thinking you had to be this porn star or whatever. And that's because we're trying to please him and like hope that he likes us, and he expects us to be like that.
Yes.
I'd hate that.
Yes. porn is there for entertainment, not education, and we forget that, you know. There's people getting paid to scream the roof down. There's people getting paid to be in positions that don't feel comfortable for them because they're getting a couple of grand to, you know what, up the, you know what. So I think it's really important to remember that, and also that why are we having sex? You know, are you having sex to pleasure somebody else or get somebody else? Or like, remember it's for you too. Otherwise, why the hell are you having it? You know, like when I talk about getting off, and I say getting off because it's like, I'm not just getting someone else off. I want you to feel good about having the sex that you're having.
This has to go both ways, right?
Mutual pleasure. That's one of the things
You have to try and get the partner on board sometimes to be on the same way of thinking as you, though. That's the thing.
Conversations, absolutely. But it comes down to you also. I think our orgasms and our pleasure is our responsibility. We can't be like, you need to give me that. Otherwise, we're completely outsourcing our pleasure and orgasm to somebody else, which is pathetic. And that's what a lot of men do. You know, it's like, and that's why women get into those roles of I'm then performing to give you this experience. So it's just like this natural thing that unfortunately is a societal conditioning. But I think more women learning what they want, how to have great sex, how to communicate starts to change that story of like, hey, I don't actually like it like that. Hey, can we do this instead?
This is going to be a whole episode, I think. Definitely unpacking that at some point. What was your relationship with sex like before you started learning about it?
Very performative. Like what I said, it was for somebody else. It was very performative. I thought that I had to be somebody that I wasn't. I was self-conscious around my body. I would fake orgasms if I couldn't get there quick enough. It was just like, I just lacked the depth of what sex really is about. I never made it about me. It was about somebody else.
Was it fulfilling?
When I look back now, no.
Yeah.
You know, when I now have had fulfilling sex, I'm like, whoa, I want earth shattering. I want like blow the roof off every time. And that wasn't blow the roof off. That was like, what do you want to do? What do you need? And how can I be that for you?
Submissive.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people like that in the world right now. Let's change that. Okay, what about your partner? What does he think about what you do for a job? Because I don't know much about your partner. Just what the vibe I get from social media and the few things you've said about him, that he's quite a shy person. Like, he doesn't like a lot of attention on him.
Yeah, he's a private man.
Yeah.
He's slightly conservative. He doesn't have social media. He doesn't like his life being portrayed all over the internet. So that's something that I respect. But he's super proud of what I do, loves what I do. He tells me all the time how amazing it is that I'm doing this and helping change people. And but I also have to be careful that I respect his privacy and boundaries as well.
Yeah.
So,
well, could you answer this one question though? Like,
oh God, where are we going?
Since he loves what you do, and you know, you've been doing this, has your sex life improved because of what you've been learning along the way and what you've been teaching him and what he's been teaching you? Like, has it improved?
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, even from the last relationship that I had where I was starting to learn some of the stuff to the relationship I'm in now with Steve. And it will continue to improve and change, and the more I learn, the more, absolutely.
Can't it get to a peak where you've done everything and then you just keep doing the same things?
Done everything. Do you know how much there is to do in the bedroom?
Is there?
Yes. And you think about it, we're humans who are ever evolving. So our sexuality, our desires, turn-ons, everything's evolving.
I've got a lot to learn, I think.
It's a moving goalpost.
So do you think that you're good at sex?
I think I'm all right, yeah.
Okay, right.
I'm good at sex for me and my relationship.
Yeah.
You know, I could meet somebody and they want to do things that I'm not really that into. And so they may say, yeah, it's not my cup of tea, or that's not really working for me. I think it's interesting to say good at sex. You know, that puts an immediately like, oh, well, can I do all the things? Am I confident? It puts this pressure on. Remember, you're good at sex for you and your lovers or lover.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
everyone's good at sex.
Otherwise, you think you're the porn star again. You're going back to.
We're going to exactly.
Yes. I've got to get that one out of my head. By the way, I don't watch hardly any porn. Just want to put that out there. Okay, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just don't want you to think I'm obsessed with porn. Especially not this early on in the series. Okay, what about what's the most adventurous thing that you've done outside the bedroom?
Most adventurous thing outside, like sexual thing,
Yeah,
or
obviously. I'm not talking about skydiving.
I would never do that. I would say, I mean, I'm just going to shoot off what's at the tip of my head. I would say maybe like sex out in public.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how public?
Like on a beach, but no one was there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or maybe it was giving someone head on a park bench outside a party.
Okay. Was it dark?
Sun was going down, yeah.
Was it the only thing going down?
It was.
No, okay. That was a sitter. It was a sitter. Okay, what about, okay, now you coach, so we're getting to know you.
Yes.
And then boringly you'll get to know me a bit. But what do your clients come to you about? If you're a sex coach, yeah, do you have heaps of clients? What do they come to you about? What do they want?
A variety of things, but let me just like maybe anchor in a couple of common pillars. Confidence, sexual confidence is a really big one. Hey, how do I speak up in the bedroom? How do I learn about my body? How do I have better orgasms? So they want to feel sexually confident. Libido, desire, always huge pillars that I'm working on with women especially. Mismatched libidos. Mums is a big one as well. When I became a mum 3 years ago, that was a big conversation of like understanding how mothers can fulfill their sexual desires and feel good in the bedroom. Embodiment, like people want to learn the skills and techniques, and they want to know how to have good sex for them. So
do you, what do you do? Do you sit couples down and like how hands-on is it? How hands-on is it?
Yeah, no.
Oh my God, okay.
I pull up a pew.
Isn't there a case where, I'm just going to adjust myself, sorry.
Isn't
there a case where you might have someone who needs to be shown?
And in that case, I'm bringing out like my pussy cushion.
Oh. Your pussy cushion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't actually show it on each other. You don't. You show them.
No.
Okay.
So that would be more around somatic sexological body worker. I'm not a body worker.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are actually body workers.
Yes.
Are there?
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's something that I'll probably look into next year. Hands-on. I think hands-on work can be amazing, especially with women who have vaginismus, so tight pelvic floor. Yeah. Anyway.
Interesting.
Another conversation. There is hands-on.
Wow.
I've had work done hands-on. It's been amazing.
Have you?
Okay, next question.
What?
Next question.
No, I'm sure everyone wants to know more. Is that for another episode? Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, well, I would. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I have so many questions for you. Do you think that there is a serious imbalance between men and women when it comes to getting pleasure?
Yes, I think we spoke about that. I think it's men with the expectation that, we look at the orgasm gap. If we're looking at, say, heterosexual relationships, and honestly, it's better to be in a gay relationship if you're a woman because you're going to get off more. But if we're looking in heterosexual relationships, 95% of men are getting off in every sexual situation compared to 65% women. And in gay relationships, that's for women. I can't remember the exact stats, but I think it's like women are getting off like 70 to 85% more in gay relationships.
And with male gay relationships, surely that's every time.
Yeah. That's the highest stat. I don't know exactly what that is, to be honest, but I think it's around 85. Yeah.
It's just easier for men, though.
It is, yeah.
It's just easy.
But that's where we've been conditioned. It's like, oh, well, it's just easier for you, so don't worry about me. And that's women, again, getting into that submissive role. Don't worry about me. I'm too hard. I don't want to be a burden. We need to scratch that.
We have to do a whole episode on this.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, what's one piece of advice that you would give your younger self about sex?
I think that sex is for you as well. It's not for somebody else. And it's more than tips and tricks. It's about you feeling good in your body. It's about you feeling safe. It's about you feeling seen. It's not just how you do it, it's how you feel.
Yeah. I need to give that advice to my younger self. And actually my current self, and I'm 51 years old. Do you, okay, because we're going to be doing this over, every week, is there anything that's off topic for you, or things that make you feel really awkward or embarrassed yourself?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Absolutely nothing?
No.
Except for before when I asked you to tell me more about the hands-on stuff that you got.
I didn't get awkward.
Did you not?
No. I'll tell you exactly what I did and what I got done.
Do you think it's just a long story and we don't have time for it now? Is that what it is?
No, we can totally go into it. I don't mind.
Okay, well that's good. If I'm going to give you a list of all the things that make me feel awkward and embarrassed, it's very long.
Go in there.
It's very long. We don't have time. We're going in. Okay, all right. And my final question for the moment is there something that people assume is normal about sex but isn't?
Normal about... Maybe this is not like normal about sex, but everyone thinks that everyone's having really good sex and then they feel shame that they're not having great sex.
Yeah.
So everyone just thinks everyone's banging all the time, but they're not.
Okay.
There's so many people who are not having as much sex as they would want to have, and not everyone's banging out there like people think it is. So it's normal to not want sex all the time, and it's normal to not have heaps and heaps of sex, especially if you're in a long-term relationship.
Yeah. Because you've got all the time in the world together, so if you don't do it tonight, whatever, you've got tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Okay,
I think the people that live next door to me, directly next door to me, I am in an apartment block. I swear they must be in the honeymoon period of their relationship because I have concrete walls and I hear them through the concrete wall, and I'm like, wow, those guys are at it again.
Amazing.
God, I hope I don't
Does
bump
that get
into
you going?
No. Oh, actually, it's a good point.
Sometimes hearing other people have sex, think about pornography, having sex, it's like, oh, it's kind of arousing, even though the brain's like, I shouldn't be aroused because people are having sex, but it's like someone's getting off or experiencing pleasure can be arousing.
I think normally it probably would be, but actually they're always doing it in the daytime. And I'm always like finding it so funny. Like my boyfriend.
So it needs to be night.
My boyfriend said to me the first time he heard it, he was like, baby, come here. And he's like, his ears up against the concrete wall. And I was like, what? Oh, God, okay, they're at it again.
Okay, so it's there for entertainment.
Yeah, they go quite a long time as well.
Great, good.
Anyway.
Women need time.
Yeah. So that's my neighbours, and I hope you're not listening.
And if you are, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, definitely happy for you, for sure. But if you could keep it down a little bit, that'd be great. Thanks.
No, we need to turn it up and make it nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay, so people know you as Jay-Jay the broadcaster.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But I want to know you behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. Because as a broadcaster, it's natural that you put on a certain, persona behind closed doors.
Well, I definitely don't talk about my sex life on the radio.
Yeah, so let's go there. So as someone heard you on the radio, because not everyone knows who you are.
Okay, yep. So I've been on the radio for 35 years up until about a year and a half ago. And then I left to start a podcast company. So I make podcasts for people. This is my first podcast myself. So it's taken a while to get around to it. Yeah, so off the radio, look.
How would your friends and family describe you?
That is a good question. I hate to rate myself by just saying what they think. I mean, for the most part, they'd say I was awesome fun. Fun, up for most things, open-minded, but also generous, thoughtful, kind, and but also some of my friends would say a bit hard to get out the house. I'm one of those people that...
You're a homebody.
I'm a bit of a homebody, especially the last few years. And I think like for me, I don't like to bother people. So if I think about my friends and I think, oh man, I could go to the movies or whatever, or catch up with my friend, I won't bother. I'll just wait till they contact me, because if they contact me, then they're up for it. And it's a silly way of thinking, but I'm definitely one of those people where my friends have to basically contact me.
Right.
So I'm out.
You don't want to be a burden.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a pain like that. So I guess I'm annoying to some of my friends. One in particular, one of my best friends, she's always like, how are you? I haven't heard from you in 3 days or whatever, messaging me. And I think, I just don't message people to say hi or whatever. I'll message people for a reason, or say, oh, do you want to go out tonight or go and do this? So I guess I'm, I just hate bothering people. Yeah.
I wonder how that plays out in the bedroom.
Well,
It's interesting. You know, you don't want to be a burden. Therefore, I think we'll dive into
I think
this.
maybe that does actually, in some ways, it can.
Hold you back.
It holds me back,
Yeah.
Holds me back. But I will say that I have got better with my confidence since around this age.
Cool. Yes.
In the second part of my life.
Yes.
Yeah. With a lot of maturity and a lot of like, I don't give a fuck about things anymore.
And I don't know if you've gone through, you're at the other end of menopause or perimenopause.
I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah, but what I hear and what I see is that there's a shift of like, fuck it energy.
Yeah.
You know, where women are just like, fuck it.
I'm
You know,
definitely,
they just, which is just such about time, you know, women tend to everybody else's needs, prioritize everyone. And then when they come out that other end of perimenopause, menopause, it's just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
This is, my life's for me.
Yeah. I think it's because you think, fuck, there's not many years left now.
I mean, my offer is 100. You've got like imagine if you had another 50 years.
That would be amazing.
Okay, how would Manu describe you?
Oh, Manu, oh my God, he will just go, every time I ask him this question, or if someone asks him about me, he always just says, her heart, she has like such a kind heart. And I don't know, he just likes, I don't know, he wouldn't say anything sexual or physical. Because he's not that kind of guy.
He's emotional.
Yeah, he's a real emotional person. He thinks I'm intelligent. Like, he thinks I'm way smarter than I am. I don't know how.
Hey,
and
there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, he just likes the way that I consider people and things. And if he does talk about anything physical, it's always just my eyes or my smile or my big ass.
I mean, that's physical.
Which here I am my whole life thinking my big ass was a problem, but now I'm like,
It's
okay.
an asset.
Yes.
Got ya.
Yeah, so I think that's how he described me, yeah.
Love it. Okay, if your sex life had a radio show name, what would it be?
I actually did have a radio show name that could work for this. Way back in the early 90s when I first started on radio.
Yeah.
Energy FM in New Plymouth, which is now More FM.
Energy FM. Yeah.
So I did the night show from 7 p.m. to midnight. And from 10 p.m, the show changed to Lights Out with Jay-Jay.
Oh,
And
erotic.
people would call in with their love song requests
Really?
and dedications.
Yeah.
So I think if my sex life was to be a radio show name, it would
Lights
be
Out. Do you have sex with the lights out?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I've got some quickie questions I want to ask you, and that was one of them.
Oh my God.
Lights out. Not even a little candle on the side.
Oh no,
lamp?
no, please, no, please.
A glow in the dark dildo?
If it's up to if it's up to me, no light, not even the crack under the door.
Right. Oh my God, have we got a little like snake door stopper thing there?
Yep. You should see. Okay, I'm just going to get, for the people watching, I'm going to lift my leg up and you can see I'm so pale. I glow in the dark myself. So we definitely do not need the lights on.
Okay.
Even though my current partner loves the lights on, and many partners before, but yeah.
We can talk about that.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. What would 20-year-old Jay-Jay think of 51-year-old Jay-Jay starting a sex podcast?
Actually, I think 20-year-old Jay-Jay would have been all for it. I probably would have been more for it back then than I am now, in terms of, like, I didn't care about talking about stuff like that at the time.
What's changed? Why do you care now talking about it?
I think, well, I think I'm just more self-conscious.
Do you think it's potentially, I'm just putting words in your mouth here, but being in front of media and broadcasting for like 35 years, you know, being
that's it, yeah. Yes, I think because when I was 20, I'd do anything to get attention.
Yeah.
Because I needed that for my career to take off. And now I've like had all the attention, I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't really particularly get off on it. So maybe that's it.
How would you say that media, broadcasting, being in the limelight has shaped your sex life or your dating life, right? Like after your divorce and stuff, like being in the limelight and having people writing about you all the time, good, bad, etc. How did that affect your sex life and dating life?
Hasn't really affected my sex life, but dating life has always been a bit tricky because when you're high profile, like, I mean, it just is a fact. People know who I am.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find genuine people that come into your circle. Like a lot of people might think it's a bit of a buzz to date you because they, you know, they might seem genuine, but they secretly telling all their friends and, hey babe, can you get a photo with this guy or come meet these people or whatever. It makes me feel like it's been hard to find if someone actually does care about me for me. Like if I wasn't on the radio, would they still want to date me? So I have that sort of insecurity.
Yeah.
So when I met Dom, for example, my ex-husband, and he was on the radio, I knew that it was genuine because he didn't care. He was on the radio as well.
Yeah.
And even with my current partner, Manu, I know he had no idea who I was when we started talking. And he's actually not 100% comfortable with the fact that I'm well known. It's not a thing from his culture. So I know that it's genuine with him. But other than that, I've always had a bit of doubt with everyone that I've dated. Yeah. It's weird. I don't want to make that sound like I'm complaining or anything.
No,
but
it doesn't at all.
I've always just been a bit...
But it also like stops you from just going out and sexually exploring. Being like, oh, I'm just going to have a one night stand. What about that person? Tells all their friends and then...
Yeah. Well, that probably did happen in my 20s, but and I didn't care so much. Like a one night stand, whatever. It's a bit of fun. But, people probably did... I don't know. I was in Hamilton at that time, going to the Outback Inn.
Yeah. The Tron.
I mean, that's what you did. Yeah. I still was, I still wanted to look for the next boyfriend or whatever, but they never lasted very long because of probably me being on the radio. Yeah, and also a lot of them, even though they liked being with me because they could tell their friends they were with this person that they've heard of, they didn't like me talking about them publicly.
Yeah, interesting.
So, and that was hard too because I'm like, if you're dating me, I kind of have to talk about you on the radio.
Yeah, you're a part of my life and I share my life online.
Yeah, it's going to be like this podcast. Poor Minu. It's going to get talked about a little bit, but I'll try and respect.
Both of our partners, FYI to everyone who's listening and watching, both of our partners are quite conservative and don't like their private lives, their sex lives being explicitly shared about. So but we're going to respect boundaries.
As much as we possibly can.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, what are you unlearning at the moment around like sex and intimacy and relationships?
Unlearning? Unlearning? What does that mean? Like unlearning?
Let me ask that again. What's the hardest thing to unlearn about sex and relationships and intimacy?
I think there's kind of habits that are formed, right? And so it's always hard to unlearn a habit.
What's a habit? Tell me one.
So what would be a habit? Like,
having sex the same every time?
Yeah, or maybe, but no, that's not always the case. I think, I guess that would be the thing. That would be the case. And that you find... Like before, you were saying how there's so many ways to have sex and everything, and I'm like, I thought there's only 3. So when you're in a relationship for a while, you tend to do the same sort of things. Well, that's been in my case, right? So there's kind of a routine. You know what to do. It starts with this and it ends up with this and it goes like this. Like I know how the routine goes.
Yeah.
So I guess unlearning that would be kind of good.
Yeah, that's everyone, by the way. So if anyone is listening being like, oh my God, that's me too, and starting to feel shame, just know that's everyone, including myself. I know a couple of routes and I love sticking to those. And sometimes it takes more effort to get out of those.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So as a sex coach, you would say that's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it's okay for almost everything, unless it's like illegal stuff.
Oh, yeah,
that's
of course.
okay. We need to normalise that everything that we're doing is okay and it's normal, and if you have an interest or curiosity to change it up, then we can work on that too. It's not shaming or shutting down how we're currently having sex. It doesn't support us to grow. Okay, other question, as you take a big exhale. Thank you for being vulnerable. What makes sex good for you?
Oh my God, I'm really saying more than I thought I would. Oh, can I just reach for the water down here for a second? Hang on. Glug, glug, glug. What was the...
Yes, you can have a distraction. What makes sex good for you?
Far out. I feel like I'm in one of your sex coach classes. Let me think about this for a second. All right. Okay, well, obviously, look, for me, I'm more of a...
There she goes. We've lost her.
I'm more of a giver than a taker.
Yeah.
I'm more of a giver. So, like a lot of women.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm more of a giver than a taker. So, when it's good, it's like when... I guess when I just feel like there was this amazing connection.
Yeah.
When I felt like he cared then, rather than just, I've got a stiffy, let's get rid of this.
Yeah, like look at my pitch 10,
Yeah.
want to do something about it?
Why is it that men do that, by the way? It's like as soon as they get a hard on, they expect it's our job to get rid of it for them. I'm like, there's a bathroom.
Yeah, you've got a hand.
Like, why do I have to be the one to get rid of it for you?
Yeah.
I don't come to you every time I'm feeling a little bit...
What?
Moist.
Oh, wow. I did not expect you to say that word.
The world's most horrible word.
Wow, no, it's great. Especially when
Yeah,
okay.
no, but yeah, it's like,
Okay.
like I do. Yeah. Don't you feel pressure? Like men expect you to get rid of their hard-ons.
Yes.
But we don't expect them to like jack us off when we're ready to go.
That's why what I said at the start is so important, is that our orgasms, our pleasure is our responsibility. You know, it's like we either communicate and say, hey, I'd love to like connect with you, and it's not about I'd love you to connect with my cock. It's like, how can we invite somebody into a sexual exploration experience? But yeah, I know what you mean. It's so classic pitch 10 and like, oh, look at this.
Yeah, like we're supposed to be.
Do you want to do something about this? It's like, no, I don't.
And it's always like when I'm like first thing in the morning when I've got morning breath and like I've got sleep in my eyes and I'm still waking up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a convenient time for me right now. I'm in the middle of cooking dinner. Hang on, cowboy.
Hang on, cowboy.
This is not necessarily about my current partner, by the way. This is all past and present included.
Okay, noted. All right, so you said that talking about sex makes you feel awkward.
Yep.
You're steaming up and sweating and need to take water breaks right now. Why did you create a sex podcast?
Look, I just thought it'd be really fun. And I thought I would be more facilitating this, not saying so much about myself.
Wrong.
Yeah. I've worked in radio for long enough and I worked on The Edge for many years, and that was a station where we really pushed boundaries and I knew how to get attention and how to get people listening to us. And like, I know sex is a really exciting subject and we think we know about it, and there's also lots we need to learn. And I am not shy. I think we need more sex podcasts. Personally, I don't feel comfortable talking about it myself, but I just thought you'd be a great chick to do one with. And
Love it.
I don't know. Look, fuck it.
Fuck it!
I just think, how to have sex, this is going to be a great podcast. We're going to learn a lot, and it might just make me feel a little bit less shy as well. I'm going to get a lot out of this.
Love it. Okay, final question. How do you want women, humans, people to feel after they turn off our podcast?
Completely and utterly aroused.
Hey! Yes!
Calling their partner, come home for lunch, baby.
Yes! I better turn it up then.
Yeah. I know. I want people, hopefully they feel they've learned something, or they can relate to something. They can feel they're not alone, that they don't feel like it was such a sin listening to the podcast.
Yes,
I want you to
love
feel like
that.
that was cool. Tell your friends. Hey, I listen to How to Have Sex, like, and don't feel shy about it.
Yes.
So hopefully, because I am awkward, right? But I don't want to be. I don't want to be. So I'm hoping that this journey I can go on, and listeners will as well, where we can actually feel a lot better as the weeks go on, and we can learn a few tips and tricks.
Yeah.
And mainly about, like you say, looking after ourselves instead of like always looking after everyone else first.
Yeah, sexual prioritization. That's a little phrase, you know, maybe we should teach people how to sexually prioritize themselves.
Yeah.
If you have a vulva.
Men don't need lessons on that.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a quickie.
Okay.
I'm getting into position.
Hang on, do I need to take my robe off?
No, that's next episode. Okay, lights on or off?
Off. We've been through this.
Morning sex, night sex?
Night.
Slow burn or spontaneous?
Spontaneous.
Music or silence?
Music would be great.
What, so you don't have music?
Not all the time, no, hardly ever actually.
Oh, what? Okay, noted.
But music is always better though, isn't it?
Absolutely, especially, but it's got to be the right music, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
You don't want to be doing it to drum and bass.
YMCA or something like really upbeat and 70s-ish. No, you're right.
It's throw a slow thrust to YMCA. YMCA. Okay, anyway. Shower sex or bed sex?
Bed.
Toys or no toys?
Oh, no. I'm not a toy person.
Cool. Well,
I'm
we'll do an
trying.
episode on that.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying to open my mind. Mum, please don't listen to this podcast.
We need toy sponsors. We need toy sponsors for JJ.
And we're not talking about Toy World.
No,
Lego. Right, okay.
So,
okay, all right.
This episode was foreplay because you never just jumped straight into penetration. Okay, that's coming up.
Yeah. Next episode, we are going to talk about how to have the best sex of your life. Strap in.
Strap in or strap on. Depends what you're into. We're going to talk about communication. We're going to talk about giving head, both for female bodies and pretty much nothing to do with tips and techniques, because how to have really good sex is so much more than what you're doing.
And the good news is that episode is out right now too. So you've just listened to our first one, the foreplay, and now you can click on how to have the best sex of your life right now.
Ciao.
Bye.
If this episode stirred something in you, let's go deeper. Let's go to Sex School, a sex education platform for women run by yours truly. I show you how to apply these tips and tricks in real life, in your body, in your relationship, and in the bedroom. So if you're ready for the best sex of your life, head to the link in show notes and join us inside Sex School.